Hey, this is Daniel with Tragic Hero Productions. Listen, it's been a long time since I've uploaded to this channel. It's been a long time since I've posted any updates, and I realized that I have almost 600 subscribers here. That's you guys. So I wanted to go ahead and do an update video, a general sort of what have I been up to, what you can expect from the channel, what is Tragic Hero Productions working on right now. So if you've followed this channel for a while, it has been very quiet over the last few months, almost the last year and a half. And the reason for that is because Tragic Hero Productions, which is my video production service, my production company, if you will, everything that I've produced in video format has all gone on this channel. Now that's everything from short films, documentaries, commercials, advertisements, music videos, a lot of music videos, any of the services that I've offered, everything that I've created in terms of video content has always gone on this YouTube channel. But in 2018, I began to do some rebranding and some remarketing of myself and my studio and the services that I offer. And what I did was I actually split off Tragic Hero Productions into its own unique thing, separate from the direction that I'm going with other services. So what that means is with Tragic Hero Productions, it was just the total label for everything I produced, whether it was a paid client service or just a passion project hobby of mine. So I've separated the two into having a professional creative video service that I offer, and then also having my own passion projects under the title and the brand name Tragic Hero Productions still intact. They've actually just separated off now. So my professional creative service that I've been running now for almost 2 years is titled The Moment Imaging. Now I'd love for you guys to go check out my work and see what kind of things that I've been doing under that new brand title. The Moment Imaging has a YouTube, we have an Instagram, we have a Facebook, we have all of that social media where we post a lot of our work and our advertisements. And so if you've been following Tragic Hero over the years, or you're curious, so why we haven't been posting in a while, it's because I have rebranded and I've been offering my creative video service under that new name. So if you was to go to the YouTube channel or the Facebook page, you'd see us posting a lot of our paid products there and some of our other passion projects there as well. So what does that mean for Tragic Hero Productions? Well, Tragic Hero Productions is my baby. It's my creation that I've had going for 9 years. And what I'd like to do is just keep Tragic Hero Productions producing my independent films, my passion projects, anything that's sort of my own creative creation. It will still be under the title of Tragic Hero Productions. And then anything that is a commissioned service or a paid product that I make in terms of video services and advertising, that all goes to The Moment Imaging. And that's partly why there's been such a drop off in uploads and content on this channel. It's because that content now that I offer in similar ways is just on The Moment Imaging. And that's generally why it has been so quiet here the past year and a half. Another one of my full-time endeavors now is I've actually sort of rebranded the Daniel James sort of concept as a content creator, and I have my own YouTube channel for Daniel James as well. So that's another reason why the uploads here have been slower, is because I now manage 3 YouTube channels and the 3 Facebook and Instagram pages that are all sort of geared towards slightly different things. So Daniel James now, as its own sort of brand, is it's on my YouTube channel. I create metaphysical content, spiritual content, and anything that I do that's now a web series, or I offer sort of lectures and I offer exercises and sort of little spiritual tools, they all go on my Daniel James YouTube channel. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, or you'd like to see some of the other creative projects that I've done that are just as myself, then I would go over to Daniel James XIX on YouTube and my Facebook page, and you'll see all this other content that I've been doing that's similar to the Tragic Hero Production stuff, but it is more so spiritual, metaphysical, extraterrestrial stuff on that YouTube channel. So go check that out and give me a subscribe. I'm definitely a lot more active on that channel than I am Tragic Hero. And so I haven't gone away, I've just been sort of moving around and spreading myself out into other areas. So then to recap with you guys real quick, I have my creative video service, which is The Moment Imaging, and that is currently my full-time job. And then I have my Daniel James sort of side brand, which is a YouTube channel, Facebook, and an Instagram. and that's where I produce metaphysical and spiritual content, but also short films and web series that I'm sort of just depicting those concepts as myself. So what is going on with Tragic Hero Productions, and what does the future hold? Well, we recently released the Inbound Interception. If you're familiar with our social media presence, that was the follow-up sci-fi film to our 2015 sci-fi film, Those Who Seek. So the Inbound Interception was actually released in 2018, and it premiered at the Niagara International Film Festival. And then we released it for purchase and for rent on Vimeo. So I'll paste a link here in the comments below where you can find the Inbound Interception if you want to rent that or purchase the digital version that is available now. And speaking of Those Who Seek was sort of like my baby, my passion project, my first big almost feature film that I think that was a really big milestone in my independent film production career. So right now, I'm actually editing a behind the scenes sort of making of documentary for Those Who Seek that has a lot of content that was unreleased, some behind the scenes pictures and some video clips, and it also has some information on the production and some statistics, and it sort of chronicles the production process from start to finish, with a little bit of updates on where the production crew is at now as well. And that film sort of being like my baby and my first really big true passion project, I wanted to sort of revisit it one more time before we totally closed the book on that project, which meant so much to me, and move on from it going forward. So I am working on a documentary right now as we speak, and it is going to go right here for you to watch on this Tragic Hero Productions YouTube channel. I'm really looking forward to not only working on it and releasing it, but for anybody who has seen Those Who Seek, I'm excited for you to see the making of documentary because it's special to me, and you'll be able to see that project from a different perspective. And having it been 5 years later, I just find that whole idea really fascinating to revisit. So I hope you guys check that out and let me know what you think. So I want to touch on one more thing about Tragic Hero Productions. When I came up with the name and the title of Tragic Hero Productions, it was actually based on a character that I created when I was 16 years old. And he's somewhat of an anti-hero, superhero sort of idea. And this particular character that I created has always been a power symbol for me. This entity has been very important in my life, and he seems to sort of surface in and out as I go through certain experiences and milestones, that he serves as a place of power for me. And I know that when he surfaces in my life, I'm always going through certain types of either significant challenges or significant changes in my life. Now this character and the title for it, I'm going to call Oma. And I have been producing low budget, no budget, little backyard short films on this character. I've done music, entire albums of metal and metalcore music, told from the perspective of this character. I've written multiple screenplays and short films that are unreleased about this character that have never really sort of come to light and manifested in the way that I wish that it would. So right now I can tell you that I am working on the story of Oma again, which is, it's pretty much my lifelong endeavor at this point. I'm in my 30s, and I've been working on this story and bringing this story to life for half of my life now. So what I'm doing right now is I'm having some costumes made, and I'm curating a couple different drafts of a script for a proof of concept that I want to do. The goal here is that I would like to ultimately produce a feature film about this anti-hero character that is very, very important to me. So what I'm working on right now is getting some custom made costumes built. I'm going to slowly start going into pre-production on maybe a micro short that will introduce the character, and then getting into producing this 3-page proof of concept that I would love to bring to life, that would show people what the feature film could look like. So that's something that I'm slowly working on a little bit more and more in my free time, on the side of my Daniel James content, on the side of the moment imaging. With Tragic Hero Productions, I am now just sort of investing a lot of time and energy into this OMA project. And someday, I don't know when it will happen or how it will happen or how old I'll be once I finally get this thing off the ground, but the goal is, the pinnacle of my career ultimately would be to produce a feature film about this anti-hero character that is very, very important to me. So that's a little bit about what's going on with Tragic Hero and what the future holds. Other than that, so I really do encourage you guys to check out my Daniel James YouTube channel and the Moment Imaging's YouTube channel. I'm definitely very active on those two channels, on my Facebook pages and my Instagrams. So listen, reach out to me. Let's connect. Thank you very much for being a subscriber to this channel for so long. I will be releasing the Those Who Seek documentary very soon. It's actually almost done. And once that's out, we'll go ahead and give it a post. So thank you guys very much for subscribing to this YouTube channel and for being with me along this journey for so many years. Like I said, I have almost 600 subscribers on this channel, and so I thank each and every one of you very much. Check out my other channels, let's connect, and I'll see you guys soon.